Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for another Reddit video, the weekly series where I react to your memes, your pictures, videos, questions, whatever, over on the Santi Zap Videos Reddit page. So if you want your post reacted to in next week's Reddit video, make sure that you check out the Reddit page. I'll put the link in the description to it. Somehow, in less than a week of this page being alive, it's already got 3,000 of you following it. And like half of you are posting oil up Santi memes, okay? The meme is dying. You're killing it, people. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications. If you're a wrestling fan, I know that you're gonna fall in love with his YouTube channel because we always upload daily wrestling content. All right, let's see what atrocities you've sent in this week. Santi finally oiled up, but there's a twist. Yo, I can already tell just from the thumbnail that I'm gonna hate this, but this was the most upvoted post of the entire week on the Reddit page, so my God, what is wrong with you guys?
Hello, I'm Santi Zap, and today I'm going to be addressing the oil up requests. Now I understand why everyone wants to see my oil up no diddy, but my guyad is too big to oil. In fact, it is so big that
this is going on so long it's uncomfortable now.
Tricky situation, but on God, if you guys can email me some mouse money so I can use.
Oh, it's still going.
I will oil up,
bro. What is wrong with the internet that this has 109 upvotes and was the most popular post on the Reddit page this week? Also, the internet's a scary place, all right? AI voice, AI face swap, dude, my God. I don't know where we're going in this direction with technology, but if this is what we're using our newfound technology on to create oil up memes for some wrestling YouTuber, our society is going down the drain. Breaking Santi news. He's finally going to oil up. What a surprise. Another oil up meme. I'm going to oil up. I'm going to go out there just glizzied up. Woo! Yeah, baby. That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo! Okay. All right. Can we let it die? That's it. Can we move on? That's the last oil up joke that I'm going to allow on this Reddit post. And I'm probably just not going to react to any more in future ones. You guys have all collectively killed a meme and we can now move on, okay? We can now go on to find the new meme of this community, but this oil up one needs to die. It's dead, okay? What WWE match had you like this? Before and after. Okay, so for me, I would say probably Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso, because I was so pumped about the idea of brother versus brother, especially how good AEW had done it with Dustin Rhodes and Cody Rhodes, and how good Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy was. But it ended up just being a giant super kick fest that was arguably the worst match of the year. And I don't think I'm over exaggerating. I think it was maybe one of the worst matches of the year, at the very least, the most underwhelming match of the year. I'd probably throw in The Fiend versus Seth Rollins as well. Just the idea of those two being in a Hell in a Cell match was so appetizing. And then the end result just being a heaping pile of metric butt ton of ass juice completely ruined my night. Wrestling YouTubers and their wrestler lookalikes. Yeah, I know. You guys think that I look like an ugly version of Ethan Page. People have been calling me all ugly Ethan Page or whatever. Who else? We have Queso as Otis. Is Queso a wrestling YouTuber? I feel like that's a stretch. Dude, Dante, yo, that picture specifically, Dante does kind of look like Seth Rollins. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, come on. Why? Here's why. I do love me some Simon Miller, but really, oh, Maven. Maven does look a lot like Maven, but come on. You can't just say bald white guy equals Stone Cold automatically, okay? What would you like to see? Okay, so if it's between a 17th World Championship for John Cena or the Intercontinental Championship for John Cena, for me it is the 17th. I think the real answer is just give me both, just to complete the full resume of John Cena so we can concretely say that he's the GOAT of the WWE, because I'm sure the WWE is eager to get Hulk Hogan off their books. I'm sure the WWE is eager to get Ric Flair off their record books as well. And by having him be the Grand Slam champion, by having him be the 17th time, no longer will the debate be John Cena or Ric Flair because they're tied at 16. We can just say John Cena. I'm sure the WWE would much prefer to have John Cena be the face of the GOAT conversation than guys like Hogan or Ric Flair. So I'm personally going to say the 17th, but the real real answer should just be both. I feel like in a year and a bit that Cena is going to have in this final run, I think there's enough time to sneak in both of these championship reigns. In your opinion, what is the best era of WWE? So we have the golden era. I wouldn't even have this in contention personally. I know that a lot of old heads love the golden era, and it did have wrestling in the mainstream, but no, especially going back to it, it just doesn't age well for me personally. The wrestling to me is very, very boring. New generation, I would say absolutely not. It had just so many terrible gimmicks. There was a lot of good, but for every one thing that was good, there were like 5 things that were bad. Attitude Era, I think, is like the de facto answer and has to be in the conversation. It was just such an amazing era of pro wrestling. The Ruthless Aggression Era, I personally love, but I wouldn't have it as the best era of professional wrestling. I think it was perhaps the most unique era of professional wrestling because it was the WWE scrambling to find a new top guy with Stone Cold and The Rock deciding to leave, which meant that they just tried so many people at the top of the card until something finally stuck, like a John Cena or a Batista. But it meant that they gave chances to people like Eddie Guerrero. Edge got a chance. Of course, Rey Mysterio got a chance at a world title. They tried with new guys and faces like Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton. So that's the beauty of the Ruthless Aggression Era, because they just tried so many different things, but I wouldn't put it anywhere near the Attitude Era personally. Then we have the PG Era, absolutely not. The Reality Era, also absolutely not. Better than the PG Era, though. And then the Renaissance Era. I think it's between the Renaissance Era and the Attitude Era. I think that we'll have a better idea as to whether the Renaissance Era does surpass fully the Attitude Era once this era is properly said and done. But I already think that it's already off to a fantastic start. WrestleMania 40, I still think is the greatest night of professional wrestling, and it happened in the Renaissance Era. I also do think that the Renaissance Era is better fully fledged out as opposed to the Attitude Era, where really it was just the men's division that was fully fledged out. But at the very least in the Renaissance Era, we have a very, very healthy women's division that just didn't exist in the Attitude Era. So it has that over the Attitude Era. So I'm leaning towards the Renaissance Era, but I still think it might be a little bit too early to give it that title. Which one would you rather see? So John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. Okay, this is random. McGregor versus Roman Reigns. AJ Styles versus Kazuchika Okada. Of course, the final boss. It's gotta be Bloodline Rules. The Rock versus Cody Rhodes. Okay, so all of these I would love to see. I feel like the boat has left us for AJ Styles versus Okada in the WWE. And also, we just wouldn't be getting the best version of this as is. I do think that we are eventually going to get this, and I'm all happy for it. But out of all of these, okay, I wouldn't be interested in seeing this. Maybe like the mic work, but in terms of the match, I wouldn't be particularly interested. I think this is the match that seems the most appetizing to me, just because of the people that are involved and the stakes that would be potentially involved, because I could see this being a retirement match for John Cena. I think there's very few people that could handle the burden of retiring John Cena, and Cody Rhodes is one of those few rare people that could handle that burden. I don't think that you can use the John Cena final match retirement as a stepping stone for a youngster. I think it needs to be like The Undertaker retiring Shawn Michaels, a veteran dethroning a veteran, right? I think that's what they need to do with Cena. I don't think that they can put that burden on like a Braun Breaker or something, because that's just too much to carry for your entire career. Team Rhea or Team Liv? Me personally, I am Team Rhea Ripley. I do want to see that championship on Rhea Ripley, but I do think at SummerSlam, and I'm recording this before SummerSlam in case you're watching this after SummerSlam, I do think that Liv Morgan is going to retain, mostly because this feud is so damn good that if Rhea Ripley were to win right off the bat at SummerSlam, this feud's over. It's a one and done. But I think this feud has the legs to give us a women's Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood. I do think that this is where that's going to go. So for who's going to win at SummerSlam, I'm going to take Liv Morgan, but who I want to win the feud overall, I do want Rhea Ripley. I'm a mommy guy. Why is Gunther in an AEW arena? Bro, come on. You guys don't have to do AEW dirty like this, all right? A lot of those photos of AEW being in empty arenas most of the time are just photos of the camera side that, you know, most wrestling organizations don't fill up. It's a rarity to fill up those sides of the seats. So I think it's disingenuous when people post those, but I'm not gonna lie, these memes are funny. I do like these.
Yeah. There you go, kid. So this would have been short. Oh man, Jeff, there's another table.
Where are these tables spawning from? Oh my God! Invisible Man is dead.
Let's go.
Oh my God!
All right, give me my money, man.
Oh, nice. That was a sneak peek of this week's Wrestling is Cool Match Club, which is available exclusively on patreon.com/SantiZap. This week, we're going to be looking at the 2002 Tables, Ladders, and Chairs Classic. We're looking at the famous Randy Orton versus Cactus Jack street fight from Backlash 2004. We're looking at the famous The Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan in GCW. We're looking at Edge versus Jeff Hardy in a ladder match for the World Heavyweight Championship at Extreme Rules 2009. And the technical classic that was CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan at Over the Limit 2012. You can find these and every single other Wrestling is Cool Match Club watch along that we've done over on patreon.com/SantiZap. Over there, you'll also get the Raw reviews, SmackDown reviews, and the Wrestling is Cool podcast 3 days earlier than everyone else in the world. So go check it out. I'm confident that if you even give it just 1 month, that you're gonna fall in love with it. There's content that we release on there that cannot appear on YouTube. It's just impossible. And there's content every single day on the Patreon. Okay, that's it. Back to the video. Who should dethrone Sami Zayn? All right, let me see what you decided to go with. You decided, okay, all right, okay, with me. Like a legitimate answer, I think it just should be Braun Breaker. I don't think that you need to overthink this. I think that Sami Zayn has a path to a different storyline with Jey Uso and the tag team titles, which will inevitably lead them into reconnecting with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline and probably going into Bloodline Civil War games. Meanwhile, Braun Breaker, if he loses, dude, his mystique, his aura as being this next top guy is gone. Like, Braun Breaker needs to win this. What's the worst WWE match out of these 5? Well, you're already starting off hot with Michael Cole versus Jerry the King Lawler. I watched this maybe like 4 months ago when I was doing a review of WrestleMania 27 that you can find over on YouTube or the full watch along on Patreon. And this match is so much worse than I remembered. It goes on for like half an hour. The actual like in-ring like bell to bell isn't half an hour, but all of the shenanigans, all of the ridiculous entrances, the post-match stuff just doesn't stop. It keeps going. It goes on longer than The Undertaker versus Triple H on this night, if you can believe it. It's crazy. Goldberg versus The Undertaker. Look, I can forgive this being bad because it's two old dudes well past their prime. Like, no one should be shocked that this wasn't good. All right. It was just Saudi Arabian money getting these guys to come out of retirement for this match. I don't think that we should have been surprised that this match was bad, even though it was. Then there is, okay, Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. Look, the reason it's bad is because both of these guys phoned it in because they were both done with the WWE. I think this was just WWE's fault. Like, you shouldn't have booked this. You know that both of these guys were leaving the company, which meant that whoever won wouldn't benefit from the victory because they wouldn't be there the next night. You should have had both Brock Lesnar and Goldberg lose at WrestleMania 20 to guys that were going to stick around in the long term. But instead, they decided to do this dumbass match that the entire crowd turned on. It's a shame, too, because these guys... To me, this was a dream match when I was a kid. Like, this was just glorious that it existed. But I also didn't understand the context as to why everybody hated it because as a kid, I wasn't following like dirt sheets or anything like that. And yeah, of course, The Fiend, Seth Rollins. I feel like that's fair to have in just about every list of worst matches. And this is an underratedly terrible match. All right. I feel like with more time that passes, more people will remember how absolutely freaking garbage this match was. The MMA rules match between Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey. Look, it's also not their fault. Like, deciding to book a fake fight within something that's already scripted like professional wrestling is a recipe for disaster. The rules also were incoherent and made no sense. But out of all of these, I gotta give it to Michael Cole versus Jerry the King Lawler. Like, out of all of these matches, if there's a match that I wouldn't want like a significant other or a parent to walk in on while I watch, it's this one. It's Michael Cole versus Jerry the King Lawler, because this is the type of match that gives wrestling just a bad name in general and makes it seem like it's idiotic and stupid. Name one WWE moment that made you say this. Absolute cinema. Okay, obviously, I'm just going to give you a recent answer. Just WrestleMania 40, all that stuff that happened in both main events. I love The Rock going full heel on the ref and threatening to fire him. But dude, the like 5 minutes of adrenaline being inserted directly into my soul during Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, where we just had appearance after appearance after appearance. It was Avengers Assemble. It doesn't get better than that in wrestling, bro. That to me is absolute cinema. But there's various moments, but to me right now, that's the one that stands out because it is so recent. I still think it's the coolest night in professional wrestling. Who won the Royal Rumble the year you were born? I'll go first. Okay, so for you, it was Sheamus. I actually don't know who won the 1993 Royal Rumble. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like, is it probably Hogan? I actually don't know. Let me look it up. Okay, so according to Wikipedia, the 1993 Royal Rumble, yes, I'm 31. You don't have to do the mental gymnastics in your head. I just happen to look like a 47-year-old retired Dominican baseball player, okay? It's not my fault that I've aged like fine milk. Yokozuna won the Royal Rumble when I was born. Good for him. Punk or Drew? If we're talking about my favorite, it's CM Punk. I credit CM Punk for me being in this seat right now making this video because I was this close from not watching wrestling ever again in 2011, because if you were watching in 2011, you know what I'm talking about. It was just awful. Some of the worst WWE television that you could possibly imagine happened in 2011, but there was one shining star, and that was CM Punk. The summer of Punk is the reason I stuck with wrestling, and because I stuck with wrestling, it's the reason why this is my job today. So I credit Punk for all of that. McIntyre has been an absolute treat over the last 8 months since he's really changed his character and really upped his game to be able to meet somebody like CM Punk on the microphone, which very few people can. So McIntyre has been amazing. So in terms of favorites, I'm going to go CM Punk. In terms of who I think is going to win at SummerSlam, I'm actually going to go with McIntyre here. And I think it's going to be because Seth Rollins gets involved and costs CM Punk the match, because I do think that the end game is CM Punk versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 41. And I think the first bullet gets fired at this match. Need I say more? Bro, giving every title to Tonga Loa. Bro, Tonga Loa has become a meme machine in the internet wrestling community. It's almost like he's so bad that you just can't help but to love him. It's almost like he's like a wounded animal and you want to take care of him with how many hilarious mistakes this guy just continuously makes on major moments at major stages, like how he almost screwed up his own debut at Backlash and how he screwed up that low blow at Money in the Bank. I love the Tonga memes. All right, I'm here for them. Tonga Loa deserves everything under the sun. Give this man all the flowers. Met Pretty Deadly at my hotel on the 7/19 SmackDown in Omaha. Bro, that is so cool. I would geek out if I got to meet these guys. The Pretty Deadly guys honestly might be my favorite gimmick in all of WWE. I love these guys. I think they're hilarious, and I'm jealous of you. These are guys I would love to meet in real life, and I'm so happy that they allowed a photo with you guys doing the yes boy pose. Dude, I'm jealous. Well done. At least one in every show. Santi Zap, the oil up Santi memes. Yeah. It's something that I'm used to. I'm actually expecting a lot of oil up jokes when I go to SummerSlam. I'm just warning you right now. Please don't throw oil on me. That's not cool. And if you're going to waste your money buying an oil bottle to give it to me, I'm just going to throw it out. So like, don't do that. Drew is forming the Sinister Six of people who hate CM Punk. Dude, I still think it's wild that he went and took a photo with Jack Perry, the guy that caused CM Punk to get fired from AEW. Dude, this was next level trolling. Who else did he take a photo with? Oh, I thought you had multiple photos of him. Okay, so who else is there? Okay, so there would be, both of the Young Bucks, Seth Rollins, Adam Page. Dude, if he somehow forms all of these and gets photos and selfies with all of these, that actually would be awesome. Santi got exposed. Okay, I already know what this is. Yes, this is a photo of Rhea Ripley. a casual photo that went super viral on the internet because everyone loves mommy. And yes, all right, there is evidence of me liking the photo. All right, that's not a bad thing. This is Instagram. She posted this publicly. I am allowed to like it, okay? It's not creepy. I swear, it's not. Gifted subs to homies in the community. Guys, I don't remember this. That's a good amount of money. All right, please make sure you send cum devil, sun devil. Sorry, I got cum on the brain. I got cum squat. You know what I'm saying. No, I don't. I just hate Becky Lynch for saying cum squat or cum quad. Damn it. Oh, I remember this cum now. Quad. Okay, look, there's an explanation. Okay, this was this was us doing a watch along of Monday Night Raw, and this was the Raw where Becky Lynch, I can't remember who she called, maybe it might have been Dominic Mysterio, called Dominic Mysterio a kumquat, and I didn't know what that was, and because, I don't know, man, I had it on the brain, okay? Out of everyone in this picture, who's your favorite champion? Okay, so this is gonna sound like a hipster opinion. I do like pretty much everybody here, but my girl Roxanne Perez on NXT has been cooking up a storm, defending this title what seems like every 2 weeks. She is the epitome of a fighting champion. So I'm gonna say actually Roxanne Perez personally. What about a premium live event in Japan? I don't think that WWE would ever have a super major WWE premium live event in Japan unless the money that the local government pay them is just astronomical and out of this world, because I do think that they would lose out on a lot of money because of how odd the time of airing it would be in their major markets, that being North America and Europe. Granted, they did it in Australia for Elimination Chamber, but as we understand it, Perth paid a pretty dime to have it there. So I still think that my statement runs through. I think that these municipal governments of places that are really far east with very, very different time zones from the WWE's main market are going to have to pony up a lot of money to get a major premium show in their land. Best heel turn of 2024 so far. All right, who you got here? So you got the final boss. It's gonna be Bloodline Rules, The Rock over here. Who else? You have Carlito. Okay, come on. You're really gonna sit here and unironically put the final boss's heel turn alongside Carlito's? Bro, get out of here. Solo Sikoa, this wasn't the heel turn. He was already heel. I don't know what you're talking about. Yo, this right here. Yo, if you know, you know. This right here is the answer. Even BDE wants Santi to oil up. I really hope you guys aren't bringing up the oil up memes to BDE and in his community. It's a weird thing that should be staying in just our weird little pocket, okay? What have you guys been doing?
Yeah, I see you talking about some oil up, bro. I'm not Santi, all right? Keep that oil up in his chat.
No, don't encourage it to stay in my chat, BDE. Encourage the meme to die. All right? Don't bring them back over here.
You trying to Ilya my dragon off until I...
Bro, that might be the greatest slide in Yo DM's line I've ever heard. Are you trying to Ilya my dragon off? Dude, this is magical. All right, this gets a thumbs up. Bro, these Wolverine memes have been so good. Dominic Mysterio. The Liv Morgan photo. By the way, go watch Deadpool 3, especially if you've been watching the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Fox Universe. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. We want Finn. Bro, I feel you right now. Unfortunately, Finn Balor really is just in the lowest point of his career. Right now, he's just fodder. He's just a red shirt for the Judgment Day. He's like the fourth most important member of Judgment Day behind Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, and even Dominic Mysterio. Hell, at this point, people are becoming really endeared with Carlito to the point where I'm concerned Carlito is going to surpass Finn Balor. They really need to change something up with my boy Finn Balor, have him turn away from the Judgment Day, join Liv Morgan, anything to really reinvigorate this man's what should be main event caliber run, all right? This guy should be holding world titles, but they just never want to pull the trigger on him. They didn't do it last year's SummerSlam when he had the perfect storyline to be able to do it, the 7 years of agony. Now we're running on 8 years of agony. Please give us Finn Balor at the top of the mountain, even just for one run, please. Santi has the same cup as my mom. Oh, the best mom ever cup. Okay, first of all, you're actually half right. It's not the same. I have the best sister ever version of it. All right. This is Sarah's. It's not mine, but it's a good cup. All right. It's a good mug to drink coffee out of. Sue me. Joe Hendry infiltrated the NFL. Okay. So I've actually already seen this and I think that this is so cool.
I believe. Hey, you want to hear my new thing and I found out? It's just in my head. Can I say it? You ready? Yeah. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Dude.
Hopefully it goes on everybody's algorithm now.
I love him. He's the best guy in the NFL. He likes Naruto. He loves Pokemon. There's a clip where a journalist asks him if he's going to go catch more Pokemon because he said that he likes Pokemon. He was going to go play Pokemon that had just come out. And dude, he emphatically stopped the report. He's like, no, don't do that. Don't insult Pokemon like that. You know what you did? Call it Pokemon, because it's true, man. When people want to belittle Pokemon, they call it Pokemans. All right, folks, that's it for this week's Reddit page video. If you want to be featured next week, I'll put the Reddit page in the description. Go check it out. Go post your memes, your videos. Just no more oil up jokes, okay? I'm just not going to feature them next week. Okay, bye. Okay, see ya. Okay. All right, get out of here.